Hello and thank you for watching this video. Today I will be replacing the upper radiator hose for a 2013 Nissan Maxima. I will be using a socket wrench, an Allen wrench, and a fastener remover. We'll start removing these fasteners here from this panel. Very simple to do. Just like that. And then you'll go ahead and do the rest. This one, these right here, this right here, this one. And then you will go to this cover here. Just remove that. Take that out. I usually put this back here so I don't lose it. So I remove this cover that was here and this cover that was here. Very simple. If you want to remove the engine cover, that's also pretty simple. All you need is an Allen wrench for that. Goes right here. Like that. Like that. That in there for now. And then this right here. Just pull it up. There you have it. The next step is to remove this right here and your reservoir. Okay. Be careful not to lose the bolts. Gonna remove this to get this out. Removing this also. And put that away here and get to the next part. The next step is to remove the coolant reservoir, and then we're going to drain the radiator. All right, looks like this cap needs to be replaced, so we'll do that as well. And I already got a new one already. Very simple. Okay. We are draining. We're going to change out the coolant. Yeah, it looks pretty dirty in there. We are going to go beneath the car. And for this car, the coolant drain is going to be on the passenger side. So let's take a look. And you would need a Phillips head to get this done. That's what you look. Please be very careful unscrewing the screw, because you don't want to mess up the threads. Okay. And I'm going to open it a little bit more so it can drain faster. This Maxima needs approximately 6 liters of coolant. So basically 2 gallons. I will now flush out the radiator with distilled water to make sure that the coolant system is clean. I filled it with distilled water. Now we're going to drain the distilled water. And we're going to do this several times until our coolant is clear. Our liquid is clear. So this will be the final flush of the distilled water. There we go. So I drain the coolant and flush it out with distilled water 3 or 4 times until I have a clear liquid. And then what I did is I screw back the drain plug, and now we're ready to go ahead and take off the old upper hose, and then we're going to replace it with the new upper hose. Okay, so when I ordered this part from Nissan, it came with the whole assembly, which is really good, and it was very affordable. So what I'll do here is I will take off this bolt here, with my socket wrench. Then I'll go back in and remove the clamps. That one. Okay, there's another one down here. And there's one more down there, which is the hardest one. And don't forget this one here. So these are some of the tools. You got your socket wrench, hose pliers, with the extension, hose pick, hose hook to remove the old hose just in case you need it. All right, let's go ahead and start. Hold on to the screws. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and remove the clamps. Okay, we'll start with the easy one first. Just like that. Release. And we're going to remove the hose. We're going to loosen it up. There you go. Yep. So it looks like filler neck was busted. Okay. For this clamp, it was a little bit harder to get to, so I used the clamp hose pliers. Real simple to use. You just press this down, okay, and it locks it in. And then you are hands-free, so you can remove this filler neck. Alright, go. Let me stop that. Use these pliers. Lock it in. There you go. Just like that. And release. All right, now we can see, yep, this one's in there pretty darn good. Yeah, so we have to use these tools here to pry it out. Let's go ahead and give it a shot here. Okay, just have to wiggle it, but be careful not to put too much pressure on it. I was able to remove the old hose from this car. These are tools that I use. You got hose clamp pliers and hook. So this is the old hose here. As you can see, this filler neck was damaged and that's why it was leaking. All right, so I was able to install the new hose, and this part right here was the hardest to get to. Okay, because it attaches to the radiator and it's a really tight spot, so it took me a while to get it out. And you have to be real careful not to damage any of the plastic parts. Okay, so let's go ahead and install this last portion right here. Make sure you push it all the way in. And for this clamp right here, real simple. That's it. Looks like the new hose is installed. And this bolt is tightened. This bolt is tightened. This one is tightened. And we make sure that the cap fits Make sure that fits. Make sure the hose are tight. The next part is to go ahead and put in new coolant. So this is the old one. Looks like we got 2 gallons that came out of the car. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it with 2 new gallons of coolant. We installed the new hose, tightened everything up. We drained the coolant, flushed the coolant. Now we added new coolant. Let's go ahead and put some here in the reservoir. Okay, for now. Then we're gonna close everything up and turn on the engine. Okay, everything is put back together, and I filled up the coolant. It took around 2 gallons worth. So I'm just checking for leaks before I put back some of the covers and go for a test drive. So today I remove the upper radiator hose for a 2013 Nissan Maxima. All right, that was the old hose right there. It's got this cracked filler neck that caused the leaking. All right, and this is the new hose that I installed. Okay, it came from Nissan, so it came with the hose, the clamps, the bracket, the filler neck, and that smaller hose that attaches the filler neck to the radiator. Okay, and this is one of the tools that I use. It came in very handy. This is the hose clamp plier. I also use this pick here, this hook here, to remove the hose. All right, and since I opened up this vent, this air vent, I also replaced the air filter. That's a brand new air filter there. I also replaced this cap here. It was cracked. All right, so now we're gonna put back the vent and the covers, and let's go take the car for a test drive. Let's start with the vent. There you go. Yeah. You can have one bolt here. One here. One there. Next thing is engine cover. Real simple. Line it up. Make sure that fits. Make sure that fits. Allen wrench. Tighten it. Snap this in. Snap this in. All right. Make sure you don't over tighten it. That is done. This cover here. There's a slot right there. Perfect. Okay. Last thing is this cover. Right. Okay, just do that and then do the rest here. All right. So I'll go ahead and put the rest of this in. Then we're going to go ahead and turn on the engine. Okay. Check the temperature, check for leaks, and then we're going to take it for a test drive. So this is my final update of today's project. Okay, this is for a 2013 Nissan Maxima. What I did is I drained the coolant and I flushed it out with distilled water 4 times. Okay, and then I changed out the upper radiator hose assembly. Okay. And I added back 2 gallons of coolant into the car. All right, took it out for a test drive, took it out on the highway, make sure everything was good, temperature was good. Okay, no leaks. All right, so it looks like we are done with this job today. Thank you for watching.